with Keith and Sheila. Missing the lovely and talented Sheila. She is on her way. She was had a busy day today. This morning she got up and she went over at 6:30. She was up out the door because she had to be at a BNI meeting in Apple Valley. She was filling in for a friend of ours who is in Florida vacationing, and Sheila said that she would be happy to fill in for her. So she went and did that. Then she came home here, and then over the weekend she chipped a tooth. And so she went to the dentist this morning to get her tooth fixed. She goes to some natural dentist over in St. Paul. Couldn't just go to the one right down the street here. Anyhow, so she's over at there getting her tooth fixed, and she texted me about 20 minutes ago. She's on her way home, so she'll come rolling in here any second now, all out of breath, and give you all the gruesome details of her chipped tooth. So I suppose that you are wondering about this program. This, of course, is our weekly, you might guys call it floor duty program, where we're just here answering questions about real estate. We've got some comments that we share. It's a quick show, only about a half hour, and then we can get on with our day. So if you have any questions, please just drop them in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer those questions and move on with the program. I suppose you're wondering, what is this red velvety thing back in the background here? Part of the Our Healthy Home experience is we do a lot of this kind of work, a lot of video work, a lot of social media work. And on May 19th, we're going to have about 120 people here at the mansion, and it's a social media extravaganza. And so the lovely and talented is setting up I don't know, photo opportunity stations all around the house, about a dozen of them, and we're going to have a party. We're going to have live music. We've got some projects planned, some things, fun things, games and such that you can do, and beverages and food. It'll be a great social media extravaganza, just to kind of foster the notion of the Our Healthy Home experience, which of course is the 4 elements of a healthy home. And what are they? Well, they're the structure itself, your house, right? Then there's the ecosystem, that is the area inside the house, your air supply, your cleanliness, the chemicals that you use inside the house, all of those things that go on inside the home. Then there's your body, your physical body, which includes your nutritional supplementation, your exercises, any chemicals and things like that that touch your body and that you put in or on your body as part of the Our Healthy Home experience. And then finally, it's the mind and the spiritual part of the healthy home. So any of those 4 elements, if they're out of whack a little bit, you know something, you're not going to have a healthy home. So we like to address all of those things in our practice, and we think that it makes for a better family, better household environment, and we certainly have clients who are smiling. All right. The lovely and talented back from the dentist. You got some cotton stuff in your mouth or something?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
None at all.
Easy.
Not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad. I'm not eating popcorn again.
Okay.
Just chipped the tooth.
Yep. I shared with them that you chipped your tooth eating popcorn.
See, that tells me I shouldn't be eating popcorn.
It was not. The popcorn that she ate was straight butter popcorn. Now, if it would have been old number 17 Rack Shack barbecue, old number 17 on it, would never have happened, because that is the pure popcorn.
Right. Exactly.
All right. So I just kind of got into it a little bit.
Okay.
I knew that you're on your way. I thought I would get starting.
All right. Good job.
I have just some stuff I want to share with you, if it's okay, on parks and trails, because you know, we have parks and trails up the yin yang in the southern Twin Cities, and really all around the 7-county metropolitan area and Minnesota in general. So I've just zeroed in on Dakota County for a minute, and in the upcoming weeks, we're going to just touch on every county. But in Dakota County, there are 12 regional parks and greenways, including 11 miles of mountain bikes and 10 miles of horseback trails. There are dog parks, lakes for canoeing, kayaking, paddleboarding, swimming, and fishing, and of course, walking trails for hiking and enjoying the outdoors. Lebanon Hills, Lake Gillespie, and Whitewater Woods offer unique camping opportunities. And I know that Sheila's been on me to go camping for years. Maybe I'll take her camping in one of the parks this summer.
Camping at the
Marriott?
Yeah.
The parks also offer dozens of indoor and outdoor facilities and shelters that can accommodate weddings, birthdays, any other type of celebration or gathering. Yes, ma'am.
So your whole 4 wheels, right, of the healthy house and all of that. You're talking about camping. You're talking about being out in the outdoors. You do not need toxic DEET or whatever else, right, for your body to be able to be enjoying the outdoors.
Right.
So there are truly natural plant-based products that do work, that we don't need to poison ourselves and screw up our endocrine systems and our bodies.
Right.
So just reach out if you want to know.
So you can either get bit by a mosquito or have cancer, whichever one you want. In addition to the county parks, each city and municipality also has parks and playgrounds to host sporting events like softball, soccer, lacrosse, golf, frisbee golf, and a whole lot more. Many cities have large water parks and recreational facilities as well that accommodate organized sporting events as well as provide for summertime amusement. There are many organized city-sponsored festivals and events throughout the summer. You could be attending some kind of a festival or event each and every weekend and never get to them all.
And I think it's going to be a big year for that because, we haven't been able to do, those types of things for a couple of years. So I think that people are ready and wanting to get out there and enjoy those things. And, that was proof at a health and wellness event that I was at this last weekend. It was super busy, and I really loved and enjoyed talking to people about their health and how to stay healthy in their homes. So
that was at that new building at the State Fairgrounds, nice facility.
Yeah, it was a really nice facility. Yeah.
So most of these events.
Wait. So they had security people, or the sheriff and security people on site. So I made sure to talk to all of them and point out my pink car and to not pull me over.
Sure, of course.
They see me. I was thinking about speeding to get here on time, but I didn't get a speeding ticket today, so that's good.
Okay, so most of these events are free or at very low cost and are open to your entire family. So easy peasy to do. What do you got?
I want to talk about permits. You started with parks with the P.
Yep.
I want to start with P for permits.
Okay,
because I see a lot of deck material being delivered at a lot of properties lately when I'm, out and about, and I'm thinking, this last 2 years and people are doing their home improvements themselves, and do they really know, or do they think, I don't need to pull a permit, right? And so remember, when you go to sell that house, you're going to have to answer that question on the seller's disclosure statement. And the question is,
did you do any work, or has any work been done on the house in which permits were not properly pulled? Something to that effect.
Pretty close to that. So what's the guideline on needing permits, and what do you need permits for? Because there is some work around the house that you can do without having to pull a permit.
Yeah. Okay. So a homeowner can, replace an outlet, or can replace a light fixture, or even replace a faucet fixture or something like that. But as soon as you have to start running new lines, as soon as you have to go into the box, the electrical panel, and run new circuitry, pull new wires and all of that, you need a permit. That's not saying you can't do the work yourself, but you need to pull a permit and have it inspected. That's the key. There's so many times that we go into homes where someone has finished their basement, and it's like, oh man, home handyman job. Outlets are at different heights and kind of staggered all around. They're not at the right distance from the door. You can just tell that it was just not a professionally done job. And it makes a difference with people when they come in and they see that. They wonder what else has been kind of hacked into the house. So do it correctly, pull a permit, follow the rules. That's not to say that you can't do it yourself, but just do it the right way. Decks are a good point though, Sheila. There's a lot of people, and myself included, when I was younger, put a deck on a house, not pulling a permit, didn't know I had to, never even.
But you're supposed to for a deck.
Absolutely. So it didn't even dawn.
Get the guys over there for some beers and get her done.
Yep, got her done. Anyhow, yes, you have to pull a permit because you want those footings inspected. You want to make sure that thing is going to stay attached to to the house, and that you're not going to have 20 people on the deck and then have it fall off the house. And we've all heard those stories of decks falling off of homes and apartment buildings and whatnot once you get a few people out there bouncing around to the music. So get your permits.
Is there a certain like phase, with the permit? So you pull the permit, and then depending on the project, the city inspector will say, okay, get to this point and then call me and I look at it and then get to this point.
Scope of this discussion, but yes, the short answer is yes.
Okay.
Some projects are quick. They come in, they're going to do this, and then when you're done, it's okay for you to pull, and then they're going to want to look at the wall before you button it up, for example, with electrical. You can't, if they have to inspect something, it can't be hidden. So they have to be able to inspect it, is kind of the rule of thumb. When you pull your permit, they'll let you know at what stage, if there are stages, that they're going to come out and take a look. What else, got?
I'm thinking that along the lines of the permits today, I was thinking about the home projects. Okay. So, because people aren't moving, right? Like they were. And I don't know if you want to explain that whole scenario of how, okay. So with that, what's like the most popular projects that people are doing? Number 2 is the home office redesigns. So people are getting creative on their space and what space they have, and nooks and crannies and things like that can really be done nicely and make the space doable for a lot of people.
One thing that we've seen a lot of that's really cool is the stairwell going up.
Yeah.
A lot of times you have a stairwell going up and there's this cool little space that's kind of under the stairwell. It's really no man's land. Well, you can go into that space and make bookshelves and all kinds of neat little things underneath that space that adds dimension to a room. For example, we have a house on the market right now. It's a dining room. So they got a formal dining room. Well, they've made it into an office, which we see a lot, where people are not using their dining rooms for dining. They're using them as a home office. Well, if it adjoins a stairwell that's going up, you've got a lovely opportunity there to punch into that stud wall and make bookshelves and things like that expands the room and gives it a little bit more dimension, so you don't have to have a piece of furniture sitting out into the room. Picks you up a little bit more space for your desk and some side chairs and whatnot. Good ideas.
And so that space can also be, we've seen it used as, the little kid area where, under the stairs storage now is like their cubicle, their play space. One house I showed one time, it had, like the old, like Coca-Cola cafe, with the red leather, seats.
Lizard lounge-ish.
Yeah, lizard lounge-ish. And so it had like red leather seats and the telephone like on the wall, but that was like the telephone like booth, right? Okay, now I know we all have cell phones and technology is different. That was really a long time ago, before cell phones. But it was a cool space and a hangout space and the timeout space, or the kids are getting older and they're getting teenagers and they want some privacy and just a little nook, just a spot for somebody to go to
have a private, quiet conversation.
Yeah. And so one time, okay, the old Ramblers, okay, the old 50s, 60s Ramblers. Love them. They have that one room that's usually off of the kitchen, which was either in its day a bedroom, but sometimes people will take out that wall and then make that a dining room and open that up and eliminate the bedroom because the kids are grown and gone now, and then they're coming back with their families and they need that dining room space, right? And they had that one closet that wasn't like a normal coat, like a clothes closet.
Not back over the steps.
Yeah, back over the steps, and then it had that deep shelf.
Yep.
And so one time it was so cool because somebody had made that the bar. And so the miniature fridge was down there. And then it even opened up and slid out and turned around. And I mean, there are some really cool things that you can do with your little cubes and your spaces. And so we've, of course, got contractors and people that we can refer you to do those. What's number 3?
Number 3, I don't know.
Outdoor kitchens.
Really?
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
Those outdoor kitchens, I'm telling you, they kind of phase in and out, phase in and out.
They do.
When they phase in, it seems like they get so overboard and extravagant
Yep.
that in our climate,
Yeah.
it's just not practical.
Yeah.
Then they'll phase out to, oh, nobody likes outdoor kitchens anymore. Well, the fact is, yes, they do. But in Minnesota or in a cold climate where you get snow and ice and all that stuff, they need to be a little more moderate. And because first of all, you only use them for a short time of the year, you don't want it hogging up the entire patio. But you want to be able to clean around them with the snow. You want to be able to maybe button them down for the winter. Maybe they're a little portable, so they're on wheels, so you can slide them up against the building or something like that. But they are really super duper to have out on the patio. A lovely July day. You've got your beautiful kitchen set up out there. Nice big table for the family with umbrellas. What a lovely spot in the summertime to enjoy the outdoors.
Your pizza fire
Yep.
pit thing that like our friends built.
Yeah.
And it's really, I think it's obviously the trend has taken off again because people didn't have a place to go to for so long, so people are getting together with friends again at people's homes, and we're getting back together in our home, and we're entertaining more. And so I get the need for that, but I agree with you that it's such a short-lived season that we have to be able to be out there, that I don't know if it would be worth the money, especially in the labor and the products, and the right now supplies
Right.
to be able to do that. So I don't know,
Fun to have.
outweigh that. Yes, it is fun to have, and yes, it might be trendy, but really think hard and long through that, because I don't know how much you're going to enjoy that. It's kind of like when people are looking for a house, and of course the dream is a house with a yard, and then as we get talking and exploring with them about the yard, how important really is the yard, how much time are you going to be spending in the yard, because I mean, you're running your kids. Well, not only that, but you're running your kids to soccer and hockey and this, that, and the other thing, that that dream of throwing that football in the yard with your kids. Really think through what your lifestyle is and how you really live, because we don't want you to miss out on the right house just
Right.
because it doesn't have the yard that you have in your head about the dream of what you're going to be doing with your kids. And that just goes back to the parks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you get a house and it ends up not being, like the right yard that's for you, I mean, go to the park.
Egan is Greek for park.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of cities around here that are Greek for park, but Egan definitely is right up there with a lot of options. I mean, our kids, they go to Lebanon and they go swimming and they go kayaking and they go turtle catching and they're
there a couple times a week.
Okay, so this is how bad we are. I think it was last year, wasn't it? We're like, hey, let's go check out that Lebanon Park. How long have we been here? We thought we'd go through like the hiking,
Right.
part of it. Oh my gosh, are you kidding
me?
It was dying. It was so hot outside. And we didn't even have a water bottle. And somebody in front of us, they all have their water bottles. And I looked at Keith and I said, are we going to make it
We're
through
not
this
good
whole
hikers.
thing? Because neither one of us brought a water bottle. Didn't even think about it. So, new flooring, of course.
Perfect.
That's always kind of a trend. I mean,
Nothing changes a room more than flooring, and it's so cheap. I mean, it really is. You stop to think about it. It changes the whole impact that room has, and the furniture looks different on it. Everything looks different on that room. It looks like a new house.
Okay, for 2022, expect flooring trends to follow a similar style, with these being among the most popular.
All right.
I am so excited. Smoked wood flooring.
Perfect.
Well, that's what we have in the kitchen, right?
Anything that's smoky, I like.
When you consider that smoked wood, yeah, really.
Sure.
Okay, haha. Okay, bleached woods.
All right.
Now, is that
That's back to the 50s, huh?
Oh yeah, I suppose like that bleached woodwork that
Sure.
we used to see. But bleached woodwork to me was I was thinking of, I've got a room upstairs that I want to redo, and I want it to be white wood washed floors.
Right.
White
Country
wood washed
French
floor.
looking.
Yeah. So weathered wood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's not necessarily new.
Herringbone pattern flooring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, not my favorite.
I don't know about that. Of course, reclaimed barn wood tiles.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's just always a fun look. And then natural wood colors. Okay. So they're talking again about flexible spaces, outdoor living, being smart about it. We always love to have a conversation with you before you decide to do anything, right? Because how many times does it happen that somebody does something,
spend a bunch of money on it?
yeah, and then they decide they want to sell, and then
It's like,
probably wasn't the thing to do.
Right.
Okay, so if you come to my house, okay, my birthday's June 10th, so just put that date on the calendar. So when you come to the house, I know that I'm probably going to have to paint, right? Like the
Sure.
things that I do that are extreme, I think, is like my I Dream a Genie room. You know, I have it painted on the wall. So paint is easy, right? But it's cool. It's got, you know, I Dream a Genie on there, and it's got polka dot carpet, which is easy to change. So when you're thinking of really wanting to express yourself, express the room, those are the easy things that I know I can change, and it's not going to, you know, cost $1 million when I need to change it because I went out of control. Now, some things I like to go out of control on, but number 6 is outdoor improvements to yards and lots.
People
Which
love the landscape. Now, no, I always say no one buys a house because of the yard. That's not true. Some people will, but most of the people won't. They live inside the house. But when you come down to a couple of houses and they're trying to choose, the yard many times can be the eliminator or the go-to place. They're both kind of the same, 2 stories, 4 bedrooms up, about the same price, but this one's got a super yard, wonderfully maintained, beautiful landscape. I'm going with that one.
Yeah, and it says in here that we're going to continue to see a surge in the home renovation projects with a focus on that outdoor space, right? And so let's just pray for good weather this summer so we can really enjoy our outdoors. That's what I'm really rooting for this year. Disaster preparedness repairs.
Skip that one.
Okay, well,
boring.
Okay, we're gonna skip that one. Where are we at? That's about it.
All right, I got an open house I want to talk about.
Okay.
4102 Baffin Bay in Egan, Baffin Bay South. It's a 4-bedroom up 2-story with a swimming pool, which you would think, oh, swimming pool, Minnesota. Tell you what, we've had pools forever and would never own a house without a swimming pool. So if you're a swimming pool guy, this is the place for you. What a glorious backyard. Lovely, huge screen porch that you're going to spend most of the summer in. Lovely area for kitchenette and for table and chairs, all kind of, don't have to worry about the bugs. And then you got the beautiful pool out there that you can go in there and enjoy. Great. So I'm going to be there on Sunday from 1 to 3, 4102 Baffin Bay, 2-story in Egan, $595,000. Just came on the market this weekend.
That is this Sunday.
This coming Sunday, May 1.
Oh, wow.
May Day.
Wow.
A May Day
you
open
better have
house.
some like
I'm
May
so
Day baskets
excited.
or something to hand
I
out.
haven't had an open house in so long. I'm just chomping at the bit to have an open
Do you
house.
remember what to do?
I know that you show up and have stuff to hand out. So that's
You got to put up your signs.
you do have to do that. Okay.
Right. Yep.
Doesn't everybody just look on the app now?
I don't know.
Still got to be directed by signs.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you there on Sunday. It's lovely. Do we have time we got 5:20, so we do have time for numbers. I was afraid I thought maybe Sheila was yapping on too long. Okay, the numbers game. Here we go. Single family homes this week, 15, as is about an hour ago, 1,532 in the 7-county metropolitan area, homes on the market that don't have any kind of contingency on them. For sale, existing houses, not to be built, existing. Last week, that number was 1,397. Associations, homes, 822. Last week, it was 774.
So trend is going up there.
So, yeah, total is 2,354. Last week was 2,171. So that's up 8% this week. Now, it's post right after Easter. Some properties were delayed in coming on the market last week. And so now they're coming on now as we get in. Some people are holding off until we get into May. Some people will hold off because of the weather. Pending sales, 4,062 pending sales. 3,816 was last week in single family. Association homes pending 1,263, 1,199. So that is also up 10%.
Everything's up. That's good.
53.25 pending as of an hour ago last week. On Tuesday, it was 48.50. So that's a good sign. We've got 10% more homes moving through the system. And the median sale prices, of course, is holding steady. I'm using the rolling average now, median sale price, to get rid of the fluctuation. So that's holding pretty steady at 348,000, just under the $350,000 mark. And the average sale price is 408, which tells you median, remember, is the middle. Is if the 20 homes are sold, 10 were up here and 10 were down there. That's the median. Average is take them all and add them together. When the average sale price is higher than the median, the trend is for increasing prices, and that is, of course, what we're seeing. So that's all I got. We're at 12:28, perfect, on our healthy homes on your home talk on Tuesday morning. So again,
Noon, not morning.
Well, noon.
Tuesday, Tuesday at 8. Okay, like it, comment, share, and reach out to us with any questions.
See you next week.
Thanks, guys.